Alright, time to see if I have to eat crow. A few weeks ago, when they first announced the Viper Commandos set, I said it looked awful and was going to be the worst one yet. And because of that, I lost a bunch of followers, and everyone called me a negative Nancy and said that I was over exaggerating and that it's going to be the best one we've ever gotten. So, now that it's out and I've had a chance to play with it, was I right, or am I going to eat crow? First up, let's talk about the armor. It's hard to give a fair judgment on the armor because it is bugged right now. The effect of being able to handle weapons better does not appear to be working, and it appears to only function sort of, kind of, in first person view. It looks great, don't get me wrong, I love the way the armor looks, I love the beret, I love the muscles, it looks great, but the armor as of right now is worthless and bad. And again, I'm not saying that it doesn't look great. It does. It's just losing all the perks of other armor just to look cool doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you're helldiving on level 9. Next, let's talk about the weapons. You've got the carbine, which I absolutely love in theory. It's got a nice kick, it feels heavy, it feels like it does great damage, but since they buffed the tenderizer yesterday, it officially just moves into why bother. You can't shoot it good at a range because it kicks so much. You can shoot it in bursts, but it's still not as great as the tenderizer, which has amazing damage, the same penetration, and that thing is a laser beam, which is exactly what I said when they were introducing another AR rifle. It's like, why do we have 6 AR rifles? They're either all going to be the exact same or one's going to be better than the other, and there's no point to having the 5 others. And that's what we've got here. The tenderizer is now so good that this gun is pointless. Then we have the Bushwhacker, which is a ton of fun. A sawed-off shotgun that fires 3 rounds at once, like what is not to love there? It does huge damage, I think in game it says 405 damage. I don't necessarily know if that's per one shot or all the shots together. If that's all 3 shots together, it actually does more than the grenade pistol, which is pretty cool. So it looks cool, the theme is great, and it does huge damage. However, even with the huge damage, on some of the bots, it takes 2 3-round bursts to take them down, which means 6 shots altogether. Which is exactly what the Big Iron Senator carries, which is 6 shots. So it's the same amount of firing, same amount of reloading to take out big creatures, but you're losing the medium penetration, and most importantly, you're losing the range. The shotgun only works at about 5, maybe 10 feet if you're lucky, whereas the Big Iron can fire across the map, gives you the medium armor penetration, and the same amount of reloads take down big guys. The shotgun, again, it's fun, it's cool thematically, but there's just no reason to bring it over the Big Iron. Which brings us to the throwing knife. Now, I have not unlocked the throwing knife yet. I only had a chance to play with the new guns because, well, you have to work a job, all that fun stuff. So I'm trusting the community on this one, who has overwhelmingly said the throwing knives are worthless, don't bring them, they're completely useless, they don't even do as much damage as a grenade, they don't work for stealth, and they're just completely awful. In the interest of fairness, I did see one nice thing said about it in the Discord today, and someone alleged that they were able to one-shot a bot berserker with them, which is handy. But again, you're giving up the grenade, which could either close fabricators or take out big units, or like with fire grenades, completely take down large groups of flak or lock off exits for maybe allegedly the ability to one-shot one unit that you already have other stuff to take care of it. Like, it's just not worth it. And then finally, we have the experimental booster, which I just noticed this today when it activated. You get this weird, like, greenish vignetting on the sides of your camera when it's in effect. So it's cool you get a visual when it's going on, so you know it's there, you're being affected by it. Now, to be honest, I can't say whether or not I actually felt like this made a difference in the match. It does say it causes trembling, so I know my accuracy was decreased at some point, but I can't say that I felt any more durable than I regularly do. Maybe it's because I use the stim armor, so my stims last a little bit longer anyways with like the invulnerability, so I don't know. I have a hard time ranking this one because I just didn't feel the effects of it, and ultimately, in my opinion, that kind of makes a bad booster, right? If you can't tell that it's in effect, then it's not working. If the only way that I even knew that was happening was because of a visual effect, then that's a problem. Now, I will give it, of course, more chances. I will run it more. However, I just don't think it's going to break into the big 4 boosters that are necessary on every single mission because it's just not as vital as those other ones. So overall, what this does for us is it means we've got a useless primary weapon because there's already a better weapon in every way with the tenderizer. You've got a fun but worthless secondary because the big iron is better in almost every single way. You've got a useless grenade, and you've got a booster that maybe might be taken as a fourth, but maybe. So as far as cosmetics go, this one knocked it out of the park. The cosmetics are strong, they're great. I love the themes, I love the way the armor looks, I love the skins for the different items, like the Hell Pod and the Pelican skin. I love all those, but as far as like an actual war bond giving us new content, I feel like this one fails. There's just no reason to buy this one. And even like Polar Patriots had one reason to buy it, and I wouldn't even tell someone to buy this one just for a booster. So I don't think I'm eating crow on this one. I say this one's pretty bad. Again, I know some people hate that, and some people tell me, well, what about the cosmetics? And that's great. The cosmetics are great, but this isn't a cosmetic pack. This is a weapon pack. This is an expansion pack. It does more than just cosmetics. If it only had the cosmetics in it, I would have nothing to complain about. The cosmetics are great, but we have to look at it as a whole. And as a whole, it fails to deliver good new stuff to us.